Here at World of Warships, we try our best to make the most broken ships for our customers.
Our goal is to make sure to send you back to port as quickly and efficiently as possible.
And if you really want to show off American firepower, grab one of these U.S. destroyers with your host, Ripper.
USS Laffy.
USS Laffy. USS Hull. USS Burroughs. USS Johnston. USS Erie. USS Forrest Sherman.
Welcome aboard the Forrest Sherman. Let's see if it's been power crepted in today's meta. And here's your host, Ripper.
Forrest Sherman, speed of flame. On the sea she makes her name. Guns are roaring, thunder loud. Sherman's power makes us proud.
Hey team, this is Ripper. You guys are doing fantastic today. You got a fun video with the Forrest Sherman. Yes, we're going to take a look at the question of how's it doing right now. I feel like I wanted to do the video because I wanted to see if it's been power crept with everything being released right now with the new destroyer lines coming out, but wondering if it's still powerful. You guys, I'll do a video, just a great gameplay actually, a really fun video of Kraken. And let's see if it's actually living up to its name, because I actually was looking forward to this ship a long, long time ago when it first was released and testing and everything. I was like, dude, I cannot wait to get this thing. I'll spend whatever I can to get it. And now it feels like it's kind of lackluster, and we're going to take a look and dive into it and do a deep dive and see how it is. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. See value what we're doing here today. Smash those buttons, leave a comment, and thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the show. All right, here we go. Got the Holland right off the bat here, firing sap shells. Basically, the gimmick of this thing is really fast reload sap shells. I mean, that's really what was the selling point of it, because it wasn't many of its kind to fire this kind of reload rates and firing sap shells, which do incredible damage. You can see right there, 891 with one shell. So very, very strong. It's a great DD melter. Of course, it does not go into the caps as much as I normally would like it to. It's got the 5-kilometer hydro, but I know, what's the last time you've seen a destroyer go in with 5-kilometer hydro to take over a cap? I mean, Vampire 2, even then it struggles, because with this advent of 6-kilometer hydro, submarines, carriers, radar, it's very difficult to do that old tactic back in the day of just rushing into a cap. So I've had to resort to more of these standoff kind of roles here, where you're kind of just being this DD up front, firing guns like crazy with your head cut off, trying to eliminate at least 1 or 2 ships before we begin to actually go in and engage. You can see right there submarines, homing torpedoes everywhere. You got torpedoes coming from the Holland. You got an aircraft carrier searching for you. Hanover with secondaries. It just does not survive as well, because here's the downside. You don't have a heel. You know, I've always said, if you're going to open water gunboat, you need to have at least a heel of some kind to just mitigate the damage. I mean, look at Kabarovs. You got USS Hull. You have, I mean, Burroughs doesn't have it, but Burroughs is a beast in itself. It has smoke. This one, it's a little slightly different gameplay style, and we'll take a look at that. See, so you can see right off the bat, this is kind of like what you're resorting to, where you have literally just sitting in kind of mid-range cap area, firing, and just drawing fire, a lot of drawing of fire. And right now you can see Hanover is not playing with us right now. We've already melted like half his HP right here. So guess what? We're going to use sap shell to get him when he's full broadside, and then we're going to switch over to HE like right now. And there it is to get him burning again. So this is pretty much the bread and butter. Kind of like the Lucian kind of gameplay too, where we just did a video about Lucian, where this is kind of like Lucian gameplay now, where today's meta, you really are with everybody at the back and, you know, all these gimmicks and everything. You're pretty much just sitting in the back spamming, just kind of nonchalant, hold left mouse button, keep spraying and praying until somebody dies, and you know, whoever blinks first. So that's kind of gameplay right there. You don't get as many smokes. You start with 2 if you want to build for more. I don't build for it because I want the guns better, but if you want to, you can have an extra smoke. These are American smokes that last a very long time. You only get 2 of them, though. That's a downside. And then the hydro, you get 5-kilometer hydro with DFA. So basically, whatever. But we've already talked about the single launch torpedoes, just like the Hull. You're not really using them too much, but they're there. I just keep firing them just to hopefully get a random spray and pray kind of mentality. But here it is. This is the gameplay of Forrest Sherman, and you have to play it this way because Honestly, look, I'm already down to 20,000 HP, and I didn't build for survivability now because I focused on the guns, but 26,000, you feel like, oh, okay, that's decent, that's not bad. 26,000 is, you can get that in the base of the hull and, you know, whatnot, burrows too, but you don't have the heals, that's the downside. And if you have to disengage, you have to use your smoke, which is not smoke on demand. Once you pop it, it goes. It's kind of like gearing smoke, where once you use it, it's gone. Use it or lose it. And you pretty much got to either sit in it for 2 minutes, or with the advent of, you know, spamming torpedoes, hydro radar, and everything, you can't sit in it too long. So really, where is the place of the Sherman? It really is just this machine gun as kind of like this medium-range support role, because that's all it really can do. I mean, look at the concealment. Concealment's only like 6.5, so you're not rushing in and trying to outspot destroyers, so what good are you? You're really there to support, and I find that that's probably the best role. Also, you're slow as molasses. You're only going 35 knots with a speed flag. You don't have the flag, you're going even slower than that, so pretty wild, and you're doing turns. As you're doing turns, you're going to notice I'm like, oh man, I'm bleeding so much speed, so it takes forever to cap anything on the other side of the map. So not the best capper either. So again, it's just more of this machine gun roll, draw fire, get other people to shoot at you, and then of course your team will support you as well. See if we can knock out this Hanover here. We did a bulk of the work, 140,000 damage on the Hanover. Let's see if we can get this kill, and we get the kill. Finally, all that work pays off. 141,000 damage in the first 7 minutes of the game. And now what are we doing here? Now, look how long it would take me to go back to Charlie Cap. I mean, look how far away Charlie Cap is, way over here. It's a good minute and 18 seconds for us. That's how slow we are. So again, we're going to more focus on, let's see, what kind of damage can we do? Ooh, carrier. Okay. Let's see, we can actually, our guns actually reach out to the carrier now. So let's see if we can actually take out a airport here. And here's sap shells. Look, 1 second reload, ladies and gents. I'm telling you, this 1 second reload, amazing. To have that on a destroyer is wild. I mean, I would wish all my destroyers were 1 second reloads, because it would just make my gameplay so much more enjoyable. But unfortunately, you gotta obviously, you know, not make something so overly powered. Oh, look at that sap shell. So they're doing some worth of damage, but now we're switching to HE, because I was like, I'm getting a lot of non-pins and ricochets here, so let's just fire HE just to get this over with. So what is the downside of this thing? Well, it's slow, like I already talked about. It doesn't have any heals, and you're pretty much you're stuck to this kind of gameplay. So I feel like you're kind of power crept, because why? The USS Hull does a better job, in my personal opinion, against a target like this, at this range, with Des Moines caliber guns, and the reload rate's fine. It's like about 2.5 seconds, so it's not bad. And the Hull has a speed boost, which can get up to about 40 plus knots, and you have a heal, super heals that is. And of course your A is okay, whatnot, but that's it. I mean, but the Hull can do it better than the Forrest Sherman, I think, because you got the heals, you got the engine boost. It makes it survivable, you know, so you can at least have that gimmick. The only survivability here is you got a smoke, splash 2 right there, 181,000 damage. I mean, the other survival, okay, well, let's look at the Burrows. The Burrows does a better job of the sap kind of game, because it has double barrels. If the Sherman had double barrels, okay, I'll give it something there, but it's only a single barrel. The trajectories are easy to aim at. The aiming's okay, but you're only getting 3 shots off, as opposed to the Burrows, you're getting 6 shots off. So double barrels. So again, do you think a Sherman's better than Burrows, or Burrows better than Sherman? I honestly think the Burrows does a better job, because it also has the smoke on demand. I can pop the smoke, go undetected, disengage at will. With the Sherman, once I pop these 2 smokes, I'm gone. I'm defenseless. I have no heals. I have no engine boost. That's why I feel like it's been kind of power crept today, because players are actually figuring out how to counter Shermans. They understand the gameplay style. If it's in the smoke, just rush it. I mean, it's not going to be scared. You're not going to be scared of it. The Hydra doesn't last long enough to be that of a use, so it's just there to screen for torpedoes. The range is only 5 kilometers anyway, so... But look at this. Look at the shell trajectories. Very easy to aim. Very, like I said, nice, easy. You don't have to think too much about it. Spray and pray. Right here, look at he's angling, so we'll switch to HE. Even at 8.5 kilometers, it's not a hard target to hit at 8.5. I mean, even when you start getting out to the ranges of 11, 12, that's when it starts getting kind of wonky. But even then, it's bearable. It's not so bad you can't aim. Let's see, we get this kill, and there it is, splash 2. We got literally a Kraken in the last few minutes of the game. It's pretty wild what we were doing here. Okay, engaging Mogador right here. Let's see if we can get a hit on him. See, even at 8.5 range, it's kind of like, okay, spray and pray. Hopefully I hit one of them. Come on, give me one hit. And there it is, splash 4. Holy crap. Let's see if we can get Schlieffen. Wait a second. I was looking up at the radar here in the minimap. Oh, Hayate popped up. So I was like, okay, let's help out our Hayate. All right, let's take a look. Look at this sap shell. Let's see if we can melt 9,000 HP. The sap shells are really great, by the way. But like I said, Burrows does the job just as well. So let's see if we can get the melt the Schlieffen in time. Okay, 6,000 HP. He's at 12 kilometers. Look at the range. Okay, so it's a 7-second flight time of the shell trajectories. The shell trajectories are decent. They're not lofty. And they're getting there. And now we're just trying to find work work the sap shells on the target to seal the deal and get this Kraken. See, we could pop the smoke here, but you know, the game's pretty much over. Let's see if we can nail it in the game, and there it is. Kraken, splash 5, 211,000 damage. Holy crap. So, I mean, has it been power crept really? To me, I feel like the meta has changed it, because you can't, with this thing, you can't really push in and just trying to hunt DDs down or cap contest. It doesn't do it very well. More of this long-range gun, but I think it does the job of like a Ragnar kind of thing, but again, we don't have heals, so I honestly personally think USS Hull and Burroughs do a better job, but again, that's just my opinion. I feel like the meta has kind of slowed it down. Look, number 1 on the team right there. And we did 1.4 million damage. I am surprised for that much firepower fired at me. That's annoying, classified annoying in my book, but again, maybe that was just from all the secondaries and everything firing at us. But yeah, the semi-armor piercing, high explosive, very nice, very decent. So again, I mean, it took me a while to get a game like this. I was like literally trying to find a game where it'd be good. I literally just played this right now. I played about a few games. A lot of them were kind of blowouts. A couple of them were like hit and miss because I can't really go in and cap too much. Again, I've tried capping with this thing, and you really just, you know, you get focused down and fired and melted, and there's no counter for me to survive and disengage. And I got an E on this as well. So, yeah, interesting. The AA is okay. It's not bad. How many planes did we shoot down? Shot down 22,000 worth of damage, 7 to 15 planes. Most of those spotter planes. But anyways, that's my thought. I think it's still okay, although I think the USS Hull and Burroughs do a better job. But again, that's just my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts and smash those buttons down below. Appreciate all the supporters. If you see me out there, make sure you say hello. And as always, stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.